Hey, hi. Welcome back to everyone. Welcome back to this Python problem solving series for the interviews. Basically, you people are going to pull your eyes to solve this kind of logical coding kind of questions. But don't worry, I'm here to help you to solve any kind of logic, that may be anything, and then how to make it simplify and how to write the proper logic. And I will tell you each and everything. The only thing that you have to do is just subscribe to my channel. I'm going to release one video every day, and you just take that video and practice it. So first of all, inside our journey, this is the first video. It's going to be like a simple one, and we will be starting with simple problems. And as we moving forward, we are going to solve the complex problems with complex logics. So here we go. So let's read the problem statement carefully. First of all, that is the first step we need to take inside in every problem. Okay, so here we go. And if you see this problem, the program must accept three integers, and they are naming with n and x, and here we go, that's going to be the y. So these are the three integers we need to take as an input. And here's the logic, guys. The program must print 1 if n is a multiple of both x and y. Else, the program must print -1 as the output. And finally, we read this problem statement carefully. Now let's see. Here the logic, here the main logic is, let's read this line once more. The program must print 1 if n is multiple of both x and y. What does it mean? So let's see that by the help of the test cases. So you got this point, right? So please remember this point inside your mind, and let's see the test cases. And here we go. If you see this test cases, just treat these three values as the n, x, y. Here we go, guys. So this one will treat it as n, and this one will treat it as x, and the last one will treat it as y. So they said, please check whether the n is multiple of both x and y. If we take this x and y, if we multiply both of them, then what is the value of this 9 into 2? So if you multiply 9 with 2, then you will get output as 18. Now we have to check this output value is equals to this n or not. If it is equal, see here we have the two possibility cases. If this was equal, say we have to check whether it is equal or not. If this was equal, obviously that's going to be the true case. Then you have to print 1 as the output. And if this was the false, then you have to print the output as the -1. And that's the logic. Okay. So this is going to be pretty small logic. Let's write the uh, Python code for this one. Okay. So here we go. Let's just simply write the Python code for this one. And let's clear all my drawings. And here we go. This is the text editor that I'm following right now, the VS Code. This you can follow whatever the text editor that you want. If you're comfortable with any other text editor, you can also choose that one. Okay. But right now, I'm proceeding with this one, the VS Code, because I really love this one. So first they told that please take three inputs as the input from the user. Okay, so here we go. First one is going to be the n, and I will simply write down int of input of, and here we go. That's going to be the enter n. So first value we taken, and as usual, I will go for the second one. That's going to be the x, and third one is going to be the y. And here we'll specify x, and here I will specify y. So now simply print this all the three integers here. That's going to be the n, comma x, comma y, and then y. That's it. Now let's simply run this code and let's see the output for this code right now. So if I run this code, and it will ask the values that we need to enter the values right now here. So first of all, I will enter the value called 10, and then my x value will be 5, and my y value will be 2. And finally, we got 10, 5, 2 inside our console. That's it. The step number one is completed. Now the step number two is, and we need to check whether there's uh, the combination of 9 and 2. That means if you multiply 9 with 2, if this result is equals to n or not. Okay, in that case, we are going to say that n is the multiple of both x and y. Okay, now here you can simply say that um, mul is equals to, just multiply both of them, x and y. You can just multiply both of them, x multiply with y. So if I multiply x and y, then you will get one value, and that value will be stored inside this mul, right? And you can simply write one if condition here, and inside if condition, you can simply write down, say, inside the if n is equals to mul, then what you will say, you can simply say that print 1. That's it. Or else you can simply print -1. That's it. We just simply write the program. And now let's simply run this program. Let's see what kind of output we are going to get. So here we go. Let's run this code. And first of all, I need to enter the values. So now in this case, let's just simply proceed with our test cases. I will proceed with my test cases. First of all, I will take 18 as the n, and the x, 9 is my x, and 2 is my y. So 18, 9, 2. And simply write 18 and 9 and 2. So we take in the 18, 9, 2. If you multiply 9 with 2, then here you will get, of course, 18. So 18 is equals to 18. Then in that case, you can simply get this 1 as the output. So for this one, our required output is 1. Of course, that's the true. See, we got the 1 as the output. Finally, we got this output right now. So let's simply comment this code. Okay, we don't need that one. Okay, now let's simply test with another one. Let's simply run this code once more. And this time, let's simply try with another test cases. That's going to be 2, 4, 3. So in this 2, 4, 3 case, we need to get this -1, because if you multiply 4 with the 3, then you will get 12 as the output. Is 12 is equals to 2? No, it's not. In that case, we have to specify, we have to get the output as -1. So let's see that 2, 4, 3. Let's enter the 2 is the n, and 4 is x, and 3 is y. And we are getting the -1. That means it satisfied all the test cases. Even after writing this same code inside your laptop, you can also test with different kind of test cases. You will get a proper output, I'm sure about it. And you can also make one change here. See, we are calculating this one externally. Instead of doing like this, you can calculate this x and y here itself. Okay, you don't want to store it in an external variable, and this is perfectly valid. And now, if you run this again, you just simply clear the console right now here, and you can simply run this code right now. See, now you can test with different kind of means. 12 and 4 and sorry, 12 and 4 and here we go, that's going to be 3. See, now 4 3s are 12, and 12 is equals to 12. That's going to be our required, what's our output right now? You can easily guess this. That's going to be 1, obviously. See, we got the 1 right now here. So this is the first problem, very small logic, and it's going to be like a small problem. But as we moving forward, we are going to solve the complex logics. It's impossible to hit the mountains directly. So that's why, and we will be starting with very small basic things. Okay. If you want to become a pro in a short span of time, simply subscribe my channel, and every day I'm going to release one video for you and take a uh, view into that video, and you will become a pro inside the coding. I'm sure about it. So I hope you really love this video. If you really love this video, so please like and share to your friends. And if you have any doubts, simply just text a message. That means comment below, then I'm going to answer for your question. And take care. Bye bye. See you in the next video. Until then, take care. Have fun. Bye bye, guys.